Show. Welcome. If you're watching us now live or watching the replay, we appreciate you as always. Thank you for joining us. I'm here right now with J Mac. Brian's running a few minutes
This.
behind, but he's going to be on momentarily. We're just firing it off. Um, Let me see. Let me check all my things on my end. This is episode 25. That is it's crazy that I just typed that in. Like freaking 25. We've done these. Um,
Awesome.
that's pretty wild.
It is.
So if
I also
anyone,
think it's awesome that you started now.
right? So if anyone's in, just let me know if you can hear us and see us okay. Where Brian's going to be in here momentarily. He's running a few minutes behind. So tonight we're going to talk gadgets. We're going to talk tools. I got I got all kinds of shit. I brought the whole bag up here. I think I got some cool shit to show you guys. Um, J Mac's also got some cool shit. J Mac?
Yeah, I got some stuff
Are
in
you
me.
Jason or J
I
Mac?
guess
I like J Mac.
you can call me whatever you want. Yeah, J-Max. J-Max is what I've definitely been known for years. That's for sure.
It's J Mac. All right,
All
let me
kinds
see.
of
I should
cool.
check in on Facebook. I usually leave Facebook in the dust just because I already know how to fucking use it. It doesn't even
Yeah, well,
show. It never shows that I'm live when I go on this thing. I don't know. Am I live on Facebook? Maybe. Hopefully. If you can see me on Facebook, let me know. Thank you. Maybe you can't. Maybe it's not. I know we're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. I sent out a little something on Instagram a little while ago saying we're gonna do that, but let's see if we're gonna just post another little something. Brian's running a few minutes behind, and tonight we're gonna talk tools. A peek inside the Bobby bag.
the Bobby bag is funny.
The Bobby
I know.
bag.
I wish I had. I wish I brought the other pouch that I have, but that little pouch got some cool little things for sure. Cool little tricks.
Yo, what up in the chat?
Definitely.
Hold on, why can't I see the chat? I can only. Hold on. I still don't know how to fucking use this thing. What do I
You
do?
don't feel bad. I got Zoom for the first time today, so it's cool.
Oh,
Finally figured out my Apple ID, so that's cool.
oh yeah.
It only
Downloading
took six
Zoom.
months. It's cool.
Appreciate it. It's awesome. Okay, here we go. I got the YouTube chat open. John, loud and clear. Thank you. Let's see. Why can't I see this goddamn chat? I want to see the chat for Twitch too. There it is. What's good, fellas? What's up,
Which is
Simmons?
cool.
And then I got this chat. It's pretty weird. All the chats, because I see some guys over here on Streamlabs, and then like BC and Teague are on Streamlabs, but I don't see you guys on the other ones. All right, everybody, welcome. So this is JMac. We actually go way, way back. We started at the same company years ago.
Yeah,
Would
we
you
do.
say you started 03?
Oh three. Yep.
Oh
Oh three. So
03.
this is my
Y-
20th
You're
year.
on your
In October
20th
I'll be
year?
20th year.
Damn! I didn't even
I
realize
know.
that.
What are you 18? Yeah, what? 18 years? No.
Um,
You started 05 or 08?
no, I started 08. I got a few months in 07, but I started full time June of 08, right after
Really?
high school. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I got
For
a
some weird reason, I thought you started before that. I thought you started at like 05. Because I started in
no,
03, got my license in
well, cause I was
08.
just
But I
on the
remember
I was
you.
just on the jobs, bro. That was the thing.
Yeah,
I'd be
that's
on
true.
the fucking
That's true.
job as a kid. So
I
oh
think that's what it
07
was too. I saw your face.
junior year ended, and I worked for those 3 months of the high school summer before going back to senior year. And that time counted towards my apprenticeship. It was
Well, you started with like your dad, right? Didn't your dad like take you on jobs and shit
yeah, I
when you
was
were
like
like
I was right under
younger?
I was right under pops. And he had
I
like a
remember that.
bunch of big ass jobs when I first came on. We were just like riding around doing like the boss shit. It was sick.
Well, he was definitely the out of the five major bosses that we like all had. You know, you had like Tom ran the whole shit, and then it was your dad, like we were talking about. We had what, Chili, your dad, two or three other great guys. Gordon, like you said, Ray Scott.
Big
Ray
hands
ended up being
Gordon.
the guy. Big hands Gordon. The guy had mitts like
Huge. His
he's
hands
crazy.
like
I
he
mean,
could
I
just
always have
fucking pick me up by my head.
dude. Him
Um
and
yeah, so
Gary. I seen Gary snap couplings like you wouldn't believe. The guy was just an absolute monster. The
ogre.
older time guys they used to thread 6 inch.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
sprinkler
What's the
fitters,
biggest piece
all
of
the
pipe you
sprinkler
ever
fitters
threaded?
used to be huge back then, you
Huge.
know?
Everything was
You can
threaded.
you
Everything
can
was
do it as a
bulky.
small guy
Everything was
now.
heavy. No, and now you can. Yeah, now you can be 110 pounds. do whatever you
So I
want.
think like my first job it was over there in Littleton on IBM, and we were just I was like the new apprentice. We were just that machine was
Mike
just
Riches,
running. Mike Richards, yeah.
nonstop.
And Pops would just fill with the fire pump every day, no fucks,
Skid. Do you know that I would every time they would start that I would leave the room?
no
It's
fucks.
like when you were little and a Harley would drive by you and you always thought it was gonna explode. I always would think like a Harley was
I
gonna explode. That's
remember
how I feel when a fire pump.
we'd be just cracking it, trying to fill it like normal people. Pops would be like, "The fuck out of here."
Yep. Turn it right on. And
Fill that
he would shut it. He
fill
would
that
shut it.
bitch
He would
right
look.
up.
It scares me. I don't like the sound of them. I get it. They're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. They're just so loud. They're so loud, and I always think they're gonna explode. Like it's not meant to hold that much pressure.
I've always thought that was normal now. Like it's just a big jockey pump. Just turn that bitch on, boom. Taking a
I
long
know
time to
it's
fill,
true.
fire it up. Yeah, I don't know. And
Uh,
people say water hammer, but then I'll always ask about a dry system. Nobody ever talks about a dry system's water hammer.
hey, or don't drain too fast. You could suck the gaskets out. But
Okay.
don't you do a 2-inch drain test wide open?
Don't
I
drain too
mean,
fast.
granted,
Yeah.
that's new water coming. I mean, well, they would say don't when you go to drain a system, never just rip open the drain. The
Rip it.
gaskets can suck out.
I
Yeah,
want to pull that head
I
and
don't
just
know.
have that vacuum. It's like
Yeah.
a
I
wannabe
love the
Monica.
vacuum. Yeah, the old school super suckers too. You can make one of those out of a. You can do that out of shop vac. I've actually done that. I used to have a. I got something funny. I got that style, and I got the other style too in my truck. I got that one. Then I got one that you can twist. I usually have like three of everything.
So
Speaking
if
of
this
three of
head was
everything,
broken, you would
we
you know, this
do the
baby
old
would go in
backwards
there.
one. Did they give you the threaded levels yet? If you don't, your boy. Oh, you got the baby. You got the baby one. But let me ask you this:
What do you got?
how many do you have, buddy? I got three more of these in my cupboard. Look at this one. I bet you never seen this
I'm
one.
not a big level guy.
So I don't really
What do
give
you
a shit
want?
about those. I
What do
like
you want
those.
with the
Oh,
laser?
what you need? What do you need? You get the
So
laser.
with this
So what's
this
cool
one is
is,
great because I put the starter piece on a dry system. If you're in a parking garage where all the deck is different and you still want to just
oh
do
yeah,
your pitch, you put a little pitch on this baby, and this is the
that bad
laser
boy.
set up perfect for bottom of rod. You just measure
I
from
got
the
a.
deck to the laser. That's your rod measure, and you're done.
Oh yeah. So I got one of those. I might have the fatter, shittier version of that one. I haven't busted that thing out forever. But these levels, dude, I don't know why. I just collect them over time. I'm not bullshitting. I have three more of these in my truck. If you want one of the circle ones, I'll meet up with you in Boston one of
I'm
these
not a
days
big
and give you.
level
I
guy.
have some.
I got fucking two of them.
So that pouch. Remember when you showed me this pouch? I was like, dude, I had that thing's like $40 for that thing now.
Yeah,
It was like $40. I love that one. I haven't had it in years, but that one right there is a cool one
that's my
for sure.
baby.
You got
I
you gotta
always
go
carry my
test it.
11/16. This is something I keep on me
Yep.
with the swivel head.
That yep. Same exact one. I actually you know what I did for a
Got my
handle
rod
because I don't like
ratchet.
those handles.
But
The rod
I
ratchet's funny.
rarely, and people who work with me know, like the level, I mean, I don't know. It's just cut your rod right. Fucking everything should be level.
So I very rarely even use. So the only time I use these with the laser is cooler heads. For some weird reason, I just love like just setting up my 90, and then I'll just put this in wherever that lands. That's where I
Oh,
drill
does
my
that one
hole.
have a
I just
laser
never
on it?
fight it. Yeah. So this one right here, take the laser attachment, put it on like that. So
Oh,
when
that's
I
fucking
twist
cool.
this, same thing. If I got a little bit of a
I like
pitch,
that one.
as long as that,
Will
you
that
know
go
what I
on my
mean?
baby?
What's absolutely. I have an extra one of these too.
This is little Bobby's.
Absolutely. Little Bobby's is funny. So it's the same one.
He
It's
left it
just
around. He
like
left it
cut
around
off.
too long, so now it's mine.
It's like cut off.
It's mine, little Bobby.
Bobby's funny. The little Bobby's funny. Do you ever see one of these bad boys? Have you used this yet?
What the
So
fuck is
it's
that?
actually dude. It's gravity fed. So there's no right or left. When I turn, it turns. When I turn left, it turns left.
What is
So
it?
it's like
A
screwdriver,
screwdriver?
but dude, it's a self leveling. So watch this, right? If I turn this, watch this. You gotta. 1 second. I think the battery's actually dead. Might be, but it's like here we go. Look at. I'm going to the left, to the right, to the left, and just turns. However, so when you instead of doing this, I literally just go to the right, and all that pressure, all that torque is on this. I just literally hold it and turn it. Taking a flow switch off, I just turn, and just this thing's whipping right now
Huh.
to the left. It's kind of cool.
That
Tiny
is
ass little DeWalt battery.
fucking
Kind of
yellow.
cool. I know you hate the yellow, huh? Hey, don't feel bad. I got a couple red things. Oh, speaking of these right here, Gotta have the little 90.
Oh, the
You
little
gotta
90.
have
I don't have one of
the
those.
little 90. So what's good about these is I was doing a closet, plastic CPVC little standoff hangers, but you can't get your drill in there. I'm not going to use a big bulky right angle drill, so I'll just take this and just slide it up over, turn it, boom, done.
Boom.
Gotta have the gadgets.
Gotta
Got
have
the raw
the
reamers.
Sammy Express, the Sammy Express driver. Mushroom Sammy,
Yeah.
Sammy
So,
Express.
hey, what size? What size is that bolt? Because I'm not bolt. That bit. Because I actually need to get
Uh,
a replacement bit for that.
I want to say it's a I think it's just a 3/8. I want to say it's 3/8. If it's not, it's a step
Is it?
above 3/8.
Three. I
Like
may have just take it out and just go over.
13, 30 seconds maybe.
Really? I think you're right with the seconds thing because I think I had to get one before, but dude, mine is
I
like dull
fucking
as
love
shit.
this. I
You know
love
that's
this
a hundred.
fucking
You
thing.
know that's like $130 setup just for that thing alone.
Really?
Yeah, $130. That thing's like not cheap at all. Neither are the Sammy
Hey,
Expresses. I
hey.
feel like a box of those is like a hundo,
Spotter level,
which is cool.
baby. Spotter level all day.
Oh, that's
The
who makes
chat.
this. Remember we were talking about this?
Oh
This thing that
yeah.
you liked before? So this is actually made by that same company, Spotter Level. This thing is actually pretty awesome, especially for like the angles, and it goes on like any piece of pipe. Not a huge fan of this thing. This thing's kind of stupid, but
I got a grid
you can
stick.
just
I got
do.
the laser grid stick. I didn't bring it up. It's in the van, but I brought it on one show.
Don't worry, buddy. I got
Yep.
you. But let me
Okay.
ask you
Oh,
something.
that's the
Let
new
me ask you
one.
something.
Ooh.
But
I
but which one? But which one do you want to go with? Because I mean, we can go. We can go all day if you want.
He's
If
got
you
him,
want to just,
baby. No
you
whirly
got them all.
birds
This one's.
nowadays. Whirly
Hey,
birds are old school.
what you know
That's
about?
what'd you do? You made that
What you know about that
yourself.
one? So check it out.
I have
Harbor
the
Freight.
I have the generation 1 that you just holding up.
So yeah, the Generation 1 I got. Then I just got the Argo one. This is just a regular Harbor Freight level. And then this level right here, as long as, I mean, I can move, but I set it so that I grinded this thing down a little bit because it couldn't open all the way. It kind of like stays like that, which is a little bit off. So I just filed that. If that stays open, it's
It's
just as straight. I mean,
fucking
most of my drops
custom
are
as
only like that.
fuck. Look at that thing.
Yeah. Thing's pretty cool, right? And I can just fold it back up so it don't get smashed. I keep this on it so I can just hang it in my truck. But I always have
Yeah.
a few of
See?
everything, to be
He
honest
fucking
with
made he
you.
made that one.
I'm
Got
not kidding.
both grid stick until you drop the one 12 feet, it explodes. Yeah, so you can put them
You
back
do.
together. They that generation 1 will blast itself all apart if you drop it. Don't be dropping that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus
Just don't
Christ, this
drop it.
guy has
Or
more
get yourself a hook. Get the hook.
more gadgets than the Asian kid on the movie Goonies. Is that
But
the new
you gotta
grid
hit him.
stick? Grind that
You
mofo
gotta
back.
you
Oh
gotta
yeah,
hit him with the file though.
you gotta hit him with the Sawzall file.
You put a file. Hold on. You gotta get the. Ready? You gotta put the.
That's fucking great.
You gotta put that bad boy. Get the wire brush going.
Fucking saving some time right there. Look at that.
But it
Fucking
comes with so many different attachments. You know what I mean? Just I have an extra one of these. Next time I see you in Boston, I'm gonna
Siri
give you
like
that.
shut you off. So
Oh yeah,
I'll always
me
carry this too on my side. My Leatherman. I got my pen, my marker,
definitely.
and my paint marker.
You
The
like the paint markers? I
the
do. I
mighty
do the
marker.
soapstone. I'll do the soapstone sometimes. I'll also do like
Mighty
a
marker.
carpenter's pencil.
I try to keep the whole rainbow. I'm a fan of just this regular old Sharpie though, because then you don't need a pen and a Sharpie because
That's true.
you got the pen on the back. If you're an apprentice trying
And
not to carry around a bunch of shit.
technically, that's also darker than a black piece of pipe. So if you, I've even used it on black pipe.
I'd be
You
carrying
like
around my
that?
head wrench.
The 22. See, that's why I wish I had my little pouch. A 22 millimeter, dude, will fit an upright head, a 1 inch plug, a semi-recessed chrome head, and not concealed up, so you need your own wrench. But the 22 is like a one in all. Because think about it, 90% of the time I use channel locks, it's either for rod, which I have my baby
This is
ones,
my
but I usually
just my
gotta have the
utility
knife.
knife, but it's got the carabiner on it, so I could just
Oh no shit!
clip it onto a belt loop. It's got a
That's
bottle
cool.
opener if you're into that shit.
You into those drinks?
If you're into that, I got my tamper. I love this baby.
That thing's cool.
It's got
That
all,
one's cool. That one's
cause all
all the
you know,
bits,
whether it's a
the
Potter
Tampa
or
bits. Yep.
whatever one you go to, they're all the different ones. You can take off
Oh, actually,
um institution heads too. You can has that bit in there.
really?
So what do you use a
So you
25 foot tape?
I use a 16 tape, and I'll pull out a 25 if I absolutely need it. But usually our pipe is 10-6, and usually anything I'm measuring isn't more than the 16.
Damn,
But
this
I got
thing's
the
fucking
digital tape.
nasty.
I got the digital tape.
I carry
You know what else?
my Fat Max 25. That's usually what I always have. It fits in this pouch, but you got to stretch it.
The
But
25.
I always keep a 35 with me.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
well,
I got a two. Yeah, I've never seen a 30. I'm not that I've never seen it. I don't have a 35. I got like two 25s that are like cheap, no name brand, just if I need it.
we had
Oh,
some
when you
pipe at
talk about those,
29 foot 9.
really,
Let me bring this whole
that's like
fucker up
big boy
here.
shit. Dude, do you remember this? Do you remember this style flow switch?
What the fuck?
The ones with the yeah, I found one of these
Oh
in
yeah,
the ones I'm talking about.
that's
It's got that
old.
stupid little like
Yeah,
dude, but I found one of these in a flow switch in an old building, and I've just recently was fighting trying to get one of these same style ones off. I was like in there with like these like tiny little pliers trying to like take the thing out because I didn't have this stupid thing, but just something you add on. I mean,
the
you pick
bottom of
up
the
tools
bobby
as you
bag.
go. That's funny. So all of my hole saws are set up the exact same way in my little drawer.
I
You
might
know what my
need
newest
fucking. I
gadget?
never know what size I need. I'm not going fucking searching.
Hey, what do you
How about this?
do
This is kind of rare. My Boston
let me
coupling.
guess.
My Boston coupling.
Okay. I
It's
didn't even know what I was thinking. I'm like, what
it's
the
a
fuck is that?
it's made by Boston Coupling Co. And it's like a spanner wrench for opening hose
Oh
valves.
no shit. So I got a wrench. A buddy of mine gave me. It's like a 9-inch wrench, right? And it's got a hook on the back of the handle. That thing's cool as shit. So it's got a hook on the back of the little like 9-inch wrench, and that hook is supposed to hook onto a hose. And like if you can't, you know what I mean, if you can't
Yep.
get the leverage instead of using like a thing or whatever, it's actually designed for that, which is pretty cool.
You can
I
grind a
just
notch out on your dotty and make it like a T key. Digital tape.
I got the digital tape. Yep, those are awesome. From the ground, when you're trying to find like a warehouse,
Whatever
where's your
you want.
pitch? You can just go from the ground.
Boom.
What yours go up to? I
Oh, this one goes far.
think
I
mine's
got
like
well, cause
150.
I was trying to I'm surveying my land and I was gonna use this, but then I ended up bringing it to work.
Got an actual tape. I actually use the digital. So like instead of scaling our prints, quarter inch
This
is
thing's
1 foot.
so fucking accurate.
Dude,
So
they're
accurate.
not off at all. It's like 2 1/8. The one that I have is like I put it up against the wall, then I'll measure it. It's like
That's the first
exactly what
thing
it
that I
said.
tested. I
Dude,
tested it a bunch of times,
yep.
but on the job, we had sidewalls that had to be at 29 foot 9. So
Did you use
I let
a?
them borrow my tape, and then from the ground I was able to check it, and it was fucking
That's awesome.
perfect.
Perfect. Do you ever use So I have
It's
one
my
to
boy
scale
Shaitan.
my print.
What is
So
it?
when I'll touch, so I have a digital tape for it's like it's like a scale tape. So instead of me taking out my tape like old school and like putting it on a quarter inch, see how far I am off the wall, I can touch the head, draw to the wall, and it tells me exactly. All I got to do is put in quarter inch, is a foot, an eighth is a foot, whatever my print says. I put it on that digital pen, and as soon as I touch a head and I draw to the next head, real quick, I'll just draw to that head. It'll be like 12 feet away. It's exactly 12 feet where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, that's fucking
So I
cool.
don't have to like
I
pull your
never heard
tape
of that
out,
before.
dude. $50 Home Depot. I'll have to show it to you because it's actually in my truck, but
Is
it's
that
like
made by
spot
DeWalt
on.
too? That's not DeWalt, is it?
So no, it's not. It's
All right,
made
good.
by
I can buy it if it's not DeWalt.
That's funny. What's your beef with DeWalt?
I don't know.
You literally hate DeWalt. It's so funny. And what's funny is I have a mixture of everything. I have like half a Makita, half what's
So
that bad boy?
this is just a fucking blank rod.
Yeah.
It's used to adjust a PRV. So if you got a Giacomini, am I saying that right? Most people just say Giacomini, but it's like really Giacomini. It's a pressure reducing valve, and you have this little slot, and you jam this through the hole, and then you can either let in more pressure or let out a little bit pressure, and you just keep fucking spinning that baby. And
Really?
a lot of people will be like, "What the fuck is this?" And it doesn't look like anything, and then you need it, and you can never fucking find it,
It's funny.
so it
You know
stays
what you
right in
could do with
here.
that rod? You know what you could also use with that rod? If you ever cut your rod at an angle, the very tip, if you take that tip and you cut it at an angle, put it in your drill, you can just drill a pilot hole through sheetrock.
Oh yeah.
It'll rip right through the sheetrock. So if you gotta like drill, just
Bam,
to
I do that.
find
I'll
your
do that
point,
right with like a 6 foot piece of rod. Just fucking make an arrow
smash
and
it,
just put it
smash
in
it
the
off.
drill, send it through.
I
What
really
else
wish
do
I
I got in this
showed you
bad
that
boy?
that little rod thing that I wanted to
What
show
else
you.
can I pull out of
Just
this bad
skyhook.
boy? Oh, this is a cool little thing I got. This is a Wild Will gadget I got.
What's that thing do? Is
It's a
that a
fucking,
fan?
yeah.
That's funny.
So I can
That's
fucking,
something I would
if
buy.
I
Does
don't
that
have an
work though?
apprentice to drill my shield, and I gotta drill the shield, I'll set this baby up to blow the dust away. Or it has a clip you clip onto your pants. And then this one
And
is an,
goes up your
and then
shit.
this has a clip that's on the top side, and you clip it, and it blows nice cold air up on your belly.
That's cool. You know what I use instead of like putting up my big ass hammer drill vac on? I bought this thing. It's like a little dick sleeve. It's funny. It looks like it basically should have brought that in too. It goes over your drill bit, and as you drill, it like crunches down. Like as you're drilling up, it goes down like an accordion, catches all the dust, and you just do that
Oh,
on the
that's
ground.
pretty
But it
cool.
literally doesn't do. Yeah, it's cool. So when you're in a spot you don't want to bring the vacuum up, or you
Where the
don't want
fuck
to,
did I
it's
get
like
this thing from? This
overkill.
is also a like a
That is cool though. I like that.
10,000 mAh battery pack. You could charge your phone.
That's also cool.
Where did I pull this fucking
Oh
thing out
shit,
of? Somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna be all
that's
fucked
funny.
up. So I guess Brian's really late, huh? Is he? Brian.
The kids to bed, man.
No.
Putting the kids to bed. You know what else you could do with this thing, which is pretty cool? So like it's got. Oh, I don't know if you can see
And then I
all
always
the
keep
different
this on me
measures. Yeah.
too, because it's
What's
something
that?
you
Your
don't
Allen
use.
wrench?
You don't use it often, but when you do, it's just like this is the
When you
hardest thing
need
to
it,
fucking find. Nobody's got it, right?
no, no one.
The one tool you think every electrician should have, and he's like, no, I don't have any.
I don't have any that big. Well, the
Ooh,
best is when they
somebody
don't have
lost my 5.
any bits to take a flow switch off. It seems like every electrician doesn't save any of them. Do you guys got that little thing, the
Yeah,
Allen that
I
goes with these?
fucking left it there,
Don't you
bud.
wire these all the time? Right?
Yeah, what do you guys do?
I
Throw
always
them
try to
away?
leave them on.
It's an electrician thing.
Absolutely.
Where the fuck? Oh, I've got it from right here, baby. Yeah, that's a Wild Will gadget. That little fan. On a hot day, you put that thing blowing some cold air right up on your belly. So
That's awesome.
that's the big bag. And then I got this. Then I got the bag of tricks within the bag.
Bag of tricks is awesome.
Right? What are you
That's what's
looking
up.
for? You never know when you want to fuck around with some hoses.
Got those too. Yep. I got those. Actually, those are in like where I keep my registration. But I
This
always keep
is
a little
if this
set of
thing comes out, someone's getting fucked up. The big half-inch extension. Huh?
I like the half. Yeah, that's cool. Hollow blocks. So I have, they got one now for the half inch. For a while, they only had that one, which is for 3/8. But did you also know that that splits that can come off? Have you ever backed that
This thing
off?
comes off,
That
yeah.
piece?
Yep.
Yeah. But if you
Mine
fuck
probably
up
won't
that
because I've
rod,
been fucking cranking it so much. Yeah, I want it to stay
no.
on there.
So if no, but if you mess that rod up, you can actually cut that off. See the slots on those? You can cut that back, so you don't have to replace the tool. If you
Oh,
fuck up a little bit of the rod, you see what I'm saying?
I
See
got
those
you.
little lines? You
Yep.
can cut that line, then cut your rod, and then that'll spin down more.
Huh.
All that is like a stopper. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but
That's pretty cool.
that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, Bob.
Thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
What
Yeah, no
else I got
problem,
in
buddy.
this book? What else I got? I seen this. Haven't really used it much, but
Couple of those. Yeah, I usually keep. I don't have that smaller one, but I think I got something.
just all different nut drivers, all on the same little spindle here. That just keeps them together. In case you ever need one, you got them all.
Yeah, I usually keep this one, which is like pretty much the main one that we use, the one that like spins around.
In case you got to use some
You
duck guy
spin those
screws,
belly.
you got to use some duck guy screws on some shit.
I usually do actually on
The good old 3/8
standoffs.
with the wad of electrical tape on it, so I could fucking drop it in my ladder.
That's awesome. So
You
it
want to
doesn't
steal some
actually
water?
fall.
You gotta steal some water from somewhere for the hell is
Dude,
that thing? Shit,
hold on.
I'm going too quick. What are you looking
Bro,
for, Teague?
come on.
The hollow block
Hey,
anchor?
what?
Oh,
Tell me you just showed me this exact same thing right
yeah.
now, dude.
Because you got to
Come
turn
on.
the hose on the side of the building.
Man,
They're trying to lock
come
it.
on. You're funny, dude.
Oh, what do we
First of
got?
all, but I'm not.
Little
I'm not talking
fucking
about
little
like
fucking flex head bit. Getting all fucking dirty. Look at this one. This is another plumbing. Fucking. I don't know. Turn the thing on. Oh no, wait. What is this for?
cool.
Yeah, this is to turn some. I don't know, some sink on.
Some sort of plumbing.
Some
That's so
sort of
funny that
plumbing,
you have
kid.
that thing.
This
Did I
will
ever show you
open.
this thing
This
right
will
here?
open most access doors in the floor. They got that. It's got that square. You can
Oh,
just
oh yeah,
boom,
yeah, yeah.
turn it right.
Stick it in. So I found this little plastic thing right here.
You
Oh,
use
what's that?
these?
Stop it. I do. I do. What the fuck is that?
That's how you set it. So you
What is that?
you drill your shield and it stops, and then you just fucking pull this off and you set the shield.
Right.
That's it. You don't hammer.
Mine looks different. So
Oh,
I don't
you drill it and then
have
put the
that
cone
particular.
on.
I got the yeah. I got the
I
cone
got that
thing
one
on. I
too.
got that style.
I think
You see
I
this
don't
thing right
carry
here?
that one because it takes up too much room. It takes up more room. But
Than
if you
that?
get 1,000 shields, it comes with one of these bits, I believe.
No shit.
So
Yeah, I've never seen that style. You see this little piece of plastic? I don't even know what you would actually call it, but
what is that
I think
for?
floor tile guys left this on a job one day, like a ton of them. Like they got blue ones they leave and black ones, whatever. So what I did was I notched out. See how I kind of notched that out? You know, on a dry system, you have to bleed your air. You got to pull that little stupid dauber up. You got to hold it up until the air stops and you can let it loose and it finally lets go. Sometimes you got a big system and you're literally standing there holding it for like 10 minutes while it builds up enough pressure you can let it release. This thing is the exact like space. I just pull it up, slide that in, and then I don't have to sit there holding my fingers like an absolute asshole for 15 minutes till I've
Another
hit
custom tool.
whatever it is, 10. Another custom tool, but I always keep that on
Milwaukee.
me. Anytime I do any type of dry system shit, I always keep that thing on.
Sean Ray's. Yeah, the Milwaukee all thread cutter that it's just like a little snip. Tink. Um, I didn't like it, but I think that I maybe wasn't using it right. So people are in the chat asking if we like the all thread cutters. You seen those?
All thread
Like you
cutters.
put a rod in it and it fucking snips it. It
Oh
fucks
yeah, I got that.
it
I got that.
it what does the wall have one?
So it DeWalt has one. I have the DeWalt one, but if it you definitely it's good for like in the air, like you can just boom cut it. I do bring it in sometimes versus the bandsaw. I think a bandsaw you have less likely of fucking up the corners, but remember the rod reamer that I always keep on me. So when I do cut
Oh
that, if
yeah.
something's, I just put this on my drill and spin it a few times, dude. It bevels the rod like you have a perfect rod after you do that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I do have one of those, and I don't know. Everything's got an application. If I'm cutting the same size rods, then I want a bandsaw because I can
You got
put a
an
whole
extra one of
bundle
those
of rod
keys
out.
for the side of a building?
Actually, I do. I do have an extra key. I usually have three of everything. No bullshit. I have like
Fuck those
probably have
Victaulic
five hammer
valves.
drills.
Fuck those Victaulic valves. Oh. Simmons is saying fuck the valve you're talking about. We gotta hold the fucking thing up.
I don't like those. Yeah, I don't like them at all. But Victaulic definitely makes those. It's that bad boy. What is that?
A Cat 5 tourniquet. In case I gotta save your ass.
Oh no shit.
So I had to put
Yeah,
that on a
do me a
fucking. I
favor.
had to put that on a floor guy one time. It's fucked up, dude.
Really?
I always used to carry it around just because I don't know. I just started carrying them, and people would be like, "What do
Hmm.
you said something extra to carry?" I had it in my vest. I'd carry it every day, all day on the job. And sure as shit, one day after carrying it for like years and nothing going wrong, this fucking floor guy's just bleeding, bro. Thick red blood. Never seen anything like it.
What
And
do you do? How do you?
he was just he made a makeshift tourniquet on the wrong side below it, and it was like making it worse. And I only caught him because he went from location A to location B, and when he went by in a scurry, and there were some people following him and shit, and I fucking followed him, and he didn't speak English, but I made him empty his pocket, and I put that thing on, I fucking cranked it, and the blood stopped instantly. Two
Really?
spins, yeah.
What? How did he cut himself?
Um, First day on the site, floor guy, hadn't done the orientation yet. He was up there at like fucking 5:45 cutting open floor boxes. Got himself with the smallest little puncture just below his knee on the side of his leg. Bro, that thing was
Oh
leaking.
Jesus.
That thing was leaking.
Sometimes it'll be the smallest cut, and it's like, where's all this blood coming from? It's
He
insane.
was he was
I seen
ve-
somebody.
he was very calm for the amount of blood that was coming out his leg. Very
I seen
calm.
a duck kid. I seen a duck kid go to lift a unit, brand new, maybe like on the job for 3 weeks. 19-year-old kid. He's going to like hold the side of a unit. They're walking up a ladder, and it slips the corner of ductwork. You know how sharp that shit could be, dude. It cut his arm. They had to airlift him. That's how bad he was bleeding. The
Tourniquet, baby.
screams
Wrap
that
him up real quick. I had my
I
Sharpie
don't
on
even
it.
get
I
that.
wrote the time, and that's just like from some Instagram videos and some YouTube videos. Like I'm not a fucking professional fucking
Right,
tourniquet
right.
guy. Like I seen some videos and I know how to use it. Put
Well,
that
I mean,
bitch
think about
on.
it. If you didn't have it, yeah. If you didn't have it, that
We were at a hospital. Like we're building a hospital. We're in the hospital district, but like not every hospital has an ER. You can't just go to any
right,
hospital and say, "I'm fucking bleeding." You got to make sure it's an emergency room hospital, or they're just gonna get
right.
you an ambulance and bring you somewhere else. So
Yeah, you can't just go to a local like one of those CVS,
yeah,
1 hour little clinics. Like, yeah,
Bandage
there's a
Bobby.
nurse there too. Like Band Aid Bobby. It's funny.
Oh shit, that's
Bandage
fucking
Bobby.
good. How old is the laser
Well,
level? Shit, sorry, John. I'm just seeing you on YouTube now. How old is the laser level? This bad boy? This bad boy is actually a couple years old. I've had this thing for a few years now.
yeah. So the one I got's not silver. That one's a cool. It looks like a smaller one. I got like the
It has
fatter
one
like
off the
bulb
top. It has a laser off the top, and then it comes out of
okay
the left side, and it comes out of this.
on
I
the
only
side. Yeah,
use it really for the straight one to get my
I only
rod
got the
measure.
straight. Yeah, I only got the straight one in that, but I also have I also have like the plumb level. So I got a laser that shoots this way, a laser that shoots this way, like a chalk line, and then I have like the from the ground. If I had to take a measurement from a wall that was low, but in a warehouse all the way to the deck, I could from the ground then do the little self leveling dot and then figure out where I am. But lasers make our work so much easier.
Oh, I
Like
love
just the
my I
center of
love
tile
my fucking. I always keep a
lasers.
3/8 drill bit just in case like man, there's like a piece of steel that I just want to put a hanger with like a nut and a washer. I'm like I'm gonna hang right there and just
On the
fucking.
washer
You gotta
too.
have a drill bit to get your 3/8 rod through.
I know. That's what I was having. So hanging this weird L bracket, custom L brackets that they wanted at this job in Newbury Street. Dude, drilling through that, I must have burnt through every bit that I tried till finally I was like, you know what? This is like 1920
What was it
steel.
like?
It's probably
Were you
super.
using a unibit?
So, dude, my unibit was getting smoked, and all I really needed to do was get it big enough for like half-inch rod. So what I did was quarter-inch pilot bit first. Then I used the smallest hole saw I could find at Webb, which was 3/4, and I made a 3/4 inch hole, which the 3/4 inch hole in that L bracket was a 3/4 inch hole as well. So I was like, all right, cool, fuck it. That's how I was able to make the holes, and I could bolt them. I just hate how the concept of it all staggered. You saw the way I had it; it was all staggered, but it doesn't look bad now that they're all on. It actually doesn't look bad at all. It's gonna probably look cool when it's done.
That's the only
Tomorrow
that's the only
I'll
way to
run the
do it.
thing out.
That's the only way to do it, right?
There's no yeah. There's no space. There's just it's an old rinky-dink building on Newbury Street. Now they're just trying to
I'm just
do.
gonna try to.
I don't even know what they're doing. They're just. It's funny because it's not. We don't even have the contract to do the sprinkler work. I'm giving them a combination standpipe, and then I guess like what you see that the shut off your valve, it's just that's it. And I'm gonna cap the top, and that's for future use on every floor. And
They
I think they hired some different company to do the fourth floor, and they're gonna tap into what we give them. But that's pretty
fuck
much
it.
it.
It's yeah. So they just that's how a lot of the general contractors are doing it. They break it up. They break up the bid and then they let you bid on little pieces. I'm sure you guys bid on the whole
Isn't that
thing,
weird though?
and you guys probably were a
I
little
know.
bit
That's what I
high.
mean.
You guys are probably a little high on that part. Well, that means you guys are probably better at doing what you're doing, or whatever
Yeah.
part you got. You guys offered a better price at that. You're probably better at it. They want to see your grid stick, the newer one, the Argo one,
Oh,
the blue one.
yeah. So the Argo one is. So here it is right
I
now.
like how it actually has the levels. So show them the other one, the one that I have.
Yep.
I
So
hate
you
how
got
I hate how
this
they
one right
don't have
here.
the level in it. I hate how they just didn't use those spots for levels.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Well, here's what they did. They definitely took these out. Like I feel like this had a level in it. I mean, look at the way it's lined up. They're like any other level. So the level that like I took, like the one that I made, they probably poked these out and then just made their own little plastic caps because that looks like a cap. Like I could
Yeah,
just pop that off and that's fine.
maybe the level's
This one I
still in
was
there.
having trouble. Yeah, I don't know.
I had to I
I
had to
was having trouble
I had to take mine
with this
apart
one.
and like rewire it basically.
Yeah, yep. I'm missing like a bolt in this one. So I use this one for like shittier jobs. I happened to just ask as a joke about this one because they already knew I had this one, but one of the apprentices we have got one of the newer ones. So I just called. I was like, "Dude, can I get a new one? What am I, an asshole?" And he's like, "I got more at the shop. You want one?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want one." So he sent me this one, and this one's like a little sharper. It's lighter too. So this one's definitely way lighter. It's all aluminum. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't have the plastic like these caps like on the
Mm,
end. It's like kind of sharp. You know what I mean? Not sharp, but like
like scratches the
I
inside
don't
of the
know.
grid almost.
Yeah, like yeah, it's like a looser fit. Yeah, it's 2 feet still, but it definitely doesn't have as much whatever. But things like the pros and cons to it. The pros are it's way lighter, which is cool, and I
Mhm.
like that this is like flatter, so I can read my tape. I feel like more accurate than a beveled one. I mean,
Oh,
not that it'd
okay.
be off. It'd be off by like a 16th, but this is just a straighter boom. I know that my tape measure's stopping right there. This one's got like a, you know what I mean? But
Right.
this one's cool. Argo's lighter. I think the levels are a cooler concept. I can see if the sailing's not level for one, and then I think the laser's a little more accurate as well. But yeah, no, this
You
one's
gotta
cool.
always have one of these in the tool bag.
You do for sure. I'm surprised I don't get yelled at. Stop filming and go back to work. It's like
Oh
I'm filming
shit.
like on my own time. It's break. It's break time.
Oh shit.
I feel like
Take a little fuck. I'm
no,
not. I'm not out ripping butts. Okay. So.
no. Not only that, well, I used to argue that too. Guys that get 5 minute breaks 15 times a day, it's like don't tell me
Most
I can't make a 5 minute
most
video
of
at
them
a time.
most of them are good. Um. They'll go like
I
during
also
break.
feel like it's out of sight, out of mind. Like
That's it.
if the deadlines are
That's it.
being met, who gives a shit?
Let's
Who gives a shit?
go.
Oh man,
Oh,
I was thinking
Brian.
back when we were talking about old like just old school days. And did I tell you about one of the biggest accidents? We were talking about like accidents and like the whole $30,000. We were talking about a flood.
Oh yeah. There was a. They blamed it on me. It wasn't my fault, but there was a hose that had whatever ruptured in the middle of the night.
That's funny, but think, dude,
The hose
everybody
the
tries
hose
to
was
blame
turned. It was like
everybody.
200 feet of garden hose that was filled and pressurized and shut off at both ends. But when the little puncture happened, they ran to go shut it off, and they really just turned it on. And then they ran down to go get all their fucking cleaning shit, and they just flooded it more. But
Oh, so
and then
that yeah.
on the big jobs, they just make a big deal about it. They took out like way more sheetrock than they had to and everything, and then it's an insurance hit. But shit happens.
I hate
That's why
when
they
they
have
do that.
insurance.
Of course. So shit happens. I did like $130,000. I think that's what the number was. I was like, I think a second year apprentice. We're working at like a BJ's. No, was it a BJ's? Oh, it was Walmart. Walmart in Plymouth, Mass. I was a second year apprentice. We were it was like 3 days before this place opened. They had just stocked the cooler. We were doing cooler heads. We're on top of the cooler. The system is at like knee level. So I could stand on top of the cooler, and the main was right at my kneecaps. So we're shutting down. It's like 4 or 5 different systems, huge Walmart, like a super Walmart, fire pump. And so my foreman at the time, he's shutting down different systems. We're doing cooler, jump to the next cooler. So it's me, this other guy. Um, I won't mention his name because you definitely know him, but I don't want to put him on blast like that. He had just smoked, so he's like cooked. This kid's eyes are like bloodshot red. So my foreman's like, we had just jumped from one cooler, successful. He drained the right system. Next cooler, he drains the wrong system. Now I'm like second year apprentice. I had just got a DeWalt impact gun. I know you love DeWalt. Just got the first impact gun. Like no one was using impact guns back then. Everything was ratcheted. They weren't even easy fit couplings. Like the quick connects,
Oh, we
they
had
were
to put them
just
all
the
together.
old
That's why I
school.
love a
Yep,
double oh
put them all
09 so
together.
much because I struggled so many
Dude, the
years with
double
those fucking
listen,
things.
if I had a double oh 09, it probably wouldn't have been $130,000 worth of damage. But the problem was he told me, "Yep, you're all set. Undo a coupling."
Oh,
So if I did it with a ratchet, I would have went one half a turn. It would have pissed. I would have tightened it. But with an impact gun, one dude. He
fuck.
tells me we're all set. Now, remind you, I'm a second year apprentice, so I'm not as intelligent as I am now with systems and all that bullshit. The guy that was the third guy on the lift went down on I'm sorry, third guy on the cooler. He went down on the lift, so I couldn't even escape this water. All the holes are pre-drilled, fully stocked cooler. We had like some
Oh.
plastic over it so we could drill the holes. So I go in the first rip, it blows apart, full pressure, fire pump still on. He drained the completely wrong system. So I'm on top of the cooler, and now I fall to my knees, and I'm trying to pull the pipe back together. And I'm laughing like I've never laughed. I'm hysterically laughing. I think it was a nervous laugh. I mean, I was told I could take it apart. It's not my fault. But after I take apart the coupling, the thing fucking blows apart. So I'm on my knees trying to pull the water. I'm getting splashed in the face. I got this high motherfucker sitting beside me going, we're gonna get fired. We're gonna get fired. We're gonna get fired. And I'm like, dude, we're not gonna get fired. I'm getting blasted in the face. Water's
Shut
going
it
down all the
off.
holes, dude.
Shut it
And
off.
and he's so far, no walkie talkies. He's so far into the room. He goes running once I blew it apart. But at that point, yeah, they had taken everything out of that cooler and had to throw it away. Black water everywhere, all going down every hole. There was like 9 cooler heads. That's how big this cooler was. And this job was supposed to open in like 3 days.
Oh fuck.
Had to have a emergency cleaning crew came. It was an absolute nightmare. They were wiping down the whole cooler was just black. All the sides were the black shittiest water all through every hole,
You
all
poor
over the food.
you
Just
poor bastard.
uh and then my foreman walks over and he just puts his hands up and he's like, I quit. And then Tom came down and he had to like assess the situation. Cleanest came down. It was wild. And I never got in any trouble. I mean, what are they gonna say? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got
It'd be
at
like
that
you
point.
telling it.
At that point, you got to take the blame as the foreman. I'll take the blame.
Yeah, definitely, for
You know,
sure,
if I tell an
absolutely.
apprentice to do something and it's fucking not right, I'm taking the blame fully.
I mean,
Even if someone's kind of supervising a floor or supervising and they make a and they if they even if they make a dumb decision, it's still I'll take the blame for it. It's my job.
yeah, I do. I'm a firm believer in the your job kind of your situation. I mean, people can own individual fuck ups. I don't think you should be fired for some kid who should know better pulling something that he maybe shouldn't have. That was just different. It wasn't like I pulled a live head. It was a coupling, and it happened so fast. Like
Yeah,
if
oh
I had
yeah.
done that by hand with a ratchet, I just thought I was cool. I had an impact gun, and
Impacts
I
had
did
like
100.
just came out when I started.
Yeah,
Like
just
I
came out. It
started
was
with
it.
impacts. Like
Yeah, no bit. It
Newman's used to
was
show up to the house and drop all the tools off to pops, and we would just
really
have a pickup of fucking tools galore. We go
awesome.
around drop them all off.
I don't care what anybody says, dude. Tools like if you want to be good, if you want to be fast, not even the fast thing. If you just don't want to break your balls and do everything physical, invest in good tools that make your job physically easier.
That's
When
it.
you like, I don't even think I'm like a super. I mean, I'm definitely like the king of gadgets and figuring out cool ways to get things done. I don't. I know like I'm obviously good at what I do, but I also feel like I just try to work smarter. It's no
Yeah.
better than anyone else. I just do things smarter. I'll do it
What
like a faster
when I was
way. You know what I mean? Like,
before I joined the union, tools were like they were kind of like my responsibility. The tools. So
really?
like the hammer drill, the company would supply a hammer drill. It would be corded. It'd be corded with a fucking 200 feet of cord. The bandsaw was corded and heavy. It was like the big
That
full
sucks.
size bandsaw. The sawzall would be corded. So as I was a journeyman and progressing, through the trades, I just like, all right, well, this month I'm buying myself a fucking bandsaw, a cordless Milwaukee bandsaw. Bought it, bam.
Definitely.
This month
Yep.
I'm gonna buy, my own fucking. This company used DeWalt, and I just went with it until I just got my own half-inch drive Milwaukee Impact with the pistol drill, and then I just used my own, and then I bought my own hammer drill, my own sawzall,
Yep.
and then I went union, and now I have all that shit, and I'm not allowed to use it, but
I know.
they
I
get
know. The
they get
whole
me
is that.
whatever they get me whatever yeah, you can't bring your own shit.
It's a weird concept. That's probably the
But
only weird concept. Like,
they'll
there's
get it
this.
they'll get it for you. You know what I mean?
Well, that's cool. But I'm just saying, like, if I went there and they were like, "Listen, you can't use your saw. You got to hand cut it," I would just be like, "No." Like, I feel like I would just be like, "All right, cool," and then like I would just still go do it because I don't know. Like, you're gonna make me do it harder.
It's
Unless they
it's
would get me the saw, then okay, cool. If you want
it's
it,
like
but like
everyone
you're
like
gonna
everyone's equal
tell me
kind
I
of
can't.
thing. We all got the same shit. You show up with your tape, your level, and your 8 inch, and then everything else is supposed to be provided. Being in the van, I collect a little bit more shit. You kind of show up on oddball things.
Hmm?
And they'll get me whatever I want. But yeah, back then, man, I had a dolly. I had two like crates and a dolly. This is before like Milwaukee packouts. I basically had my own little packout with a couple totes and a dolly, and I had just everything. And I would just truck it all with me. It'd be in my personal
Really?
vehicle. Mad tools.
Yeah. Before I had a company vehicle, I definitely had I had a Makita cordless bandsaw. Was the first big purchase I ever bought. I bought the first cordless bandsaw that like they came out with. Makita did, and then I got my own little bulldog Makita hammer drill. Bought that on my own. It was like $175, and then this was all I think at the EFP days, and then I just brought it to
You just keep it with
what I
you.
mean to
Yeah.
profile.
It
But
makes your
it's cool
life
because like
easier. It's about being easier and not killing
absolutely
hurting your back or
that's
carrying
what I
around the
mean. And if
goddamn
that
cord.
dies, the cord. I remember the reason I bought that. I was in a garage. I had to run out 300 feet of cord to do one 3/8 shield. 300 feet of cord. That's how far the power was to where I needed to be in that parking lot. And that day, I was like, I'm 100% buying a cordless hammer. I don't care if I have to pay for it. I'll never do that again. And I did. And that has lasted me since like '07. I still have that bulldog and it still works. I just, obviously, I use the more modern shit, but
Yeah.
I still have a lot of those tools, you know?
Whatever you can get.
Of
But
course.
yeah, I
Of
love tool.
course.
I love tools that make it easy. I'm big on like carts. I want like a good cart, a good quality cart.
What a bunch of shit. And I just like to be stationary, to be honest with you. There's nothing worse than bringing your shit in daily. That's why I don't like the service aspect of it
Yeah.
because I like to be like stationed. Boom, I get my gang box there. All I got to do is just go in the building and all the
Yeah.
stuff I'm
That is
on the, you
nice.
know what I
I'm
mean?
always in it. I'm always
Run to
in
the
and out.
van here and then. I
I'm
know,
not
and
it's
that
not
sucks.
service, but it's like I'm going into something and when it's done, I'm going home.
But like you seem to do like
And
you do like
that's why
daily
I'm just getting
jobs, like
very
different.
good at just bringing in exactly what I need. You don't want to bring in more shit than you need, so you just go in with
Of
exactly what you
course.
need, which is why, and I catch a lot of heat for this, but the adjustable drops, I can bring my nipple tray, I can bring a fucking handful of adjustable drops and some fucking elbows, and I'll go pipe heads. I don't even need a threader. You know, like if you set your
That's
rough up
fun.
nice enough and you're '06 away from the center of the tile, and you got it less than a 1 foot drop, I'm using adjustables. I'm putting whatever nipple
I
I can,
like
and then
adjustable drops.
I'm coming with my cart and a bunch of nipples, and I'm about to pipe like 10 heads and not even make one thread. And then,
That's
but
awesome.
everyone's like, "Fuck the adjustable drops." The newer ones have a much better wrap
I
than
never
the old
had
ones.
problem.
But
I,
I've
I
never
never
had a
had
problem.
I never had problems with those. I never had problems with
Apparently the old
those.
ones leak when you adjust them, but that's another thing.
Well, they
I have no
probably
problem
leak.
adjusting those babies.
Well, I also think that they probably leak when they've been stationary, sitting there for like 3 years, and then you're gonna turn it, and now you're maybe causing something to like tweak or,
Yeah, that's
But
right.
like I feel like if you adjust them within that first, you know, time you
I
do
like
them,
to
like you set
exercise it
them.
too, like because they usually come. I think they come almost all one way. They come almost all the way out. I crank those
I
babies
set
in
them right in
a
the
little bit.
middle.
Yeah, right in the middle.
I set it. I set them
But
right
I
in the
make sure I
middle because
go
I
up
can
and
go
down
either.
a little bit.
Yep, I can go 2 inches one way or 2 inches the other. That's actually the way you should do it. Keep it in the middle, then take your, I got a 1 foot drop, or if they're all going to be 1 foot drops or around 1 foot, you can just set them and go up 2 inches or down. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to do. I'm a fan of adjustable drops. We don't really use them that often. We used to use you ever use a dropster? It's the 1 inch that tapers down to half inch, no reducer. So you put your head in. They sell them at 1 foot. They sell them 8 inches. They sell them 2 feet. So they come pre-cut, half inch at the end. It just bevels down to half inch. They're actually really
It's
cool
made by
because if you,
Victaulic.
I think Victaulic makes them. They're
I think I
called
have those.
dropsters. I know that.
Yeah. So I
They're
just like
really cool. They
I use them as sprigs. Like if I
you can,
need a 2 foot sprig, you just get it, and it
yeah,
comes with a
yep,
thread on it. But you
yep.
can cut it back
hmm
if you have to, right?
You can exactly. Yeah, you can make the smallest nipple you want if you want to make a. But what's cool is like think about it. If you get a close nipple, a reducer, and a head, you can still only make this small of a drop. With those dropsters, it can almost be like a bushing in a cheater. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a bushing in a cheater is like what you could get down to with a dropster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
But
you're like threading almost right to that taper, right to that tapered
right
point.
down, yeah, yeah, right to that. I like those things. Those things are cool,
Brian
especially on a job where.
Brian got stuck. Brian's stuck.
All right, it's all right. We can do it.
Yeah,
We can do it whenever.
sorry, Brian.
What?
So what about so a lot of people will refer to a sky hook, like when you take the beam clamp apart, you put the rod into where the beam clamp would tighten down, and then you just fucking sky hook that thing. But for years and years before I heard the term sky hook, we called them what?
Suicide.
It was a suicide rod,
Suicide
right?
hanging.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
because
Just suicide
if you tighten
it.
that thing,
Well,
you got to tighten it like it's almost like if you tighten it too much, it's gonna come off. So you got to just tighten
right.
it perfectly.
You also got to kind of like
Dead
you're going
man.
fishing.
We call
Yeah,
him
but
dead
you
man. All
don't.
right.
I
I like
usually like
that.
if my beam was here, I wouldn't want to be right under it. I almost want to like push, like I'm pushing forward and trying to turn so that it doesn't. Yeah, like you're fishing
That's
because you
it.
don't. If you're right under it and you start twisting too hard, like you said, it can like you can
You almost have
come
that
off
rod
the
bent
beam.
as you're tightening it.
Exactly. And
That's
you're
suicide.
pushing it up against the beam. Yeah, the
Yeah.
suicide hangers.
And just
But
give it
that's
that.
like Yeah, give it a little twist. I sometimes will still go old school and suicide it, but if I can, like I was showing you with that beam clamp bolt, you can put any size socket on that. Put that on a rod coupling on a rod, and if you got to tighten a coupling from the ground, you can do it with just keep adding rod as long as you want. Get your
Yeah,
socket
I'm
all the way
still a
up.
little bit confused about that. I wanna see that.
I'm gonna show.
Show me
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
show you exactly. I will
Show me that
absolutely.
bad boy tomorrow.
I'm gonna actually. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna demonstrate it because I'm gonna show it to you like actually how I'm doing it. Then you can post it. People
I
know what
like
I'm
it.
talking
Let's
about.
do it.
But that
Everyone's gonna want to see that.
it's pretty cool. And like I said, you don't even. I use it specifically for doing the whole suicide thing. But you can do that to tighten a coupling to extend. A 3/8 whatever. If like you got to get into something. It's that bad boy. Little
This
belt.
this is the belt I wear every day. My tactical belt.
Oh no shit! Where'd you get that?
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. I gotta call him. I gotta see if he's got that. Actually, speaking of Jeff Bezos,
I
don't you
get
want to look up that
fucking
link?
I get everything from Jeff Bezos. Oh yeah, I could try that. I want to try
Recipro
something. I
tube.
want to try something new here. I
It's like
think
20
that.
bucks, I think.
Let me see. Amazon.com. I think that I can. What? Fucking Amazon. I think I can share. I'm gonna try to screen share. I tried to screen share a machine one time. What's good with Amazon? All right, fuck Amazon. We're going to
Uh,
Google. Amazon's not.
Google.
Well,
Google it. Let me
yeah,
try that too.
Amazon's down or something. Amazon's not working. What am I looking for?
Recipro tube. So
Recipro
RECIPRO tools.
tool.
Should be a little kit.
Reciprotool. Okay, Reciprotools. I gotcha.
And so you can get them separate. You can get just the file. I got the file.
All
I
right,
got the
I'm trying to see
scraper.
here.
I got a circle file that comes with it as well.
I gotta see if I can do this. All right, so this is a test here. I don't know if it's gonna work, and you guys are gonna Roger back if it works. I'm gonna go screen share. The fuck am I doing? Reciprotool, share, and
Yeah,
then
there it is. I can see it.
let me come back
I
real
I
quick.
see it, but I don't see me. Let's see if you go back to.
Hold on, I'm trying. I don't know exactly what the fuck I'm doing, but maybe I'm gonna do it up
It's fine.
here. Yeah. So all right, Reciprotool. Here we go. Hold on. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
We're all learning today.
I'm trying to do something fucking new here. What are we doing? All right, boom. Come back. Boom.
I see you, and I see the reciprocal too. I see a little arrow there. I see a little thing there. I don't see me, but I see.
See it though? They don't see it. I don't know. I'm fuck. I did it. I thought I did it before. All right. So now what? I don't know where the fuck I am. Let me get back over here. I can't do it. I can't figure it out. You've seen it.
Sorry.
I'll figure it out next time. I should be able to.
No, you will. I should have it. I can see it. Like I said, I see it, and then you're in like the bottom little. Nice. I love it. Thing's awesome. Oh yeah, it comes. Yeah, I got it. I see you scrolling. I got all those attachments with it. Oh yeah, dude. Anything. Scrape. Oh yeah. I have. I have an extra one, baby. I'm gonna give you that. I like it. Any sawzall you got, small, big. Yep, yep. Oh, yeah, they got all kinds of different things you can. Yeah, you can just keep adding. Telling you right now, dude. For big, I can hear you. I don't know.
Add source. Can they hear me now? There we go. Shit. All right, so I almost had it. I think now they can hear. Can say something, Jay?
I can hear you.
Oh, all right. No, I know you can always hear me because the Zoom's pretty easy. I'm just trying to. I'm just still figuring shit out. So it goes right on your friggin' sawzall, huh? That thing is pretty
Yeah.
cool. I've never seen that in my life. The
So
file,
like I
the
said,
wire
I
brush,
made one.
the sander.
The wire brush is cool. The scraper is really cool for like old flanges, cleaning those off really good. And then the file, when you just don't want to file your hole after whatever, when you drill a mechanical T, it's just something you can just have with you up in your little tool thing. Just one less thing you gotta manually do, you know?
6
But
positions.
yep, it's
Masonry,
pretty wild.
tile, plastic, metal, wood. Reciprotools. All right. You're welcome for the free advertisement. Now fucking send me one. Come on
Right?
back.
I got one. I already got one for you, so I do. I bought. So what happens is I bought the
Are we
kit,
back?
and the kit.
We're fucking back,
We're
kid.
back,
All right.
back, baby. So I bought this,
I think we're in
just
trouble
this
because I'm
alone.
fucking figuring out how to use this thing.
You're gonna be in trouble because you're gonna grow to like 5 billion
I
and get a
fucking all. What do you
zillion.
guys want to look at? I'm just gonna all of a sudden fucking gonna go on a squirrel and I could talk about something and Google it and just and bring it right up on. So
Speaking of googling,
I'm
what did
excited.
you get that machine yet? Because when you do, I'm gonna show up at whatever job you're on, and I'm gonna use that thing
No,
because I really want to try
did you
that.
hear my rant today?
I did not the rant today, but I saw your rant when the guy like wasn't around to give it to you or something.
No, so I missed it. I didn't get to see it, but it came. I think it came the next day or it came
Oh,
late,
really?
whatever it was. I didn't get. So I got reviews of the guys that got to see it, and it's 240 pounds. It took
Jesus.
two of them to get it in the van with ramps, and it's 45 inches by 30 inches when it's folded up.
So do you think it's so heavy because it's technically two machines?
It won't
One's
make
facing this way, one's
it
facing that
it
way?
it won't make on a 1 inch elbow.
What?
it
Come
won't
again?
it
Maybe my earbuds weren't listening, but
it
did
won't
you
make
just
on
say
it
that
won't
that's
make on
seven?
fittings. It won't make on fittings.
All right, so I just want to be clear. $7,000 for a two machines back to back, essentially, for the
That's it.
convenience of possibly cord. First of all, I would only use that in the cordless aspect of it at my van, where I just don't want to bring it into a building. If I'm gonna bring it in like a regular machine, I'm gonna not even use the batteries. I'm gonna
For
just plug it in
240
somewhere.
pounds, Ralph is like a buck 40 on a cold day.
Ralph is hysterical, but
What?
yeah, I said Ralph is hysterical, but
The rigid 300. Anyone doesn't know who Ralph is? Ralph is the rigid 300, and it's like 140 something pounds if you take the carriage off, and you just toss that bitch on your shoulder, and you walk away with it, and watch everybody look at you in awe.
in awe like a big, strong, buff man.
Like, look at
You
that
know what's
idiot.
really weird? Seven thousand
Whippets. seven
dollars.
thousand dollars. It doesn't make on a 1 inch elbow. It's not for
I
me.
don't understand that. No, it's not for me. I just would never do that. I'll
I,
tell you what is for me, and I really want it is your threader.
the
I'm
cordless,
I'm
the
very
cordless
jealous.
one. So that one, that's
I'm
what I'm
very
saying. If
jealous
you
of
have
that.
the cordless threader and you have a Ralph, I don't know if you need that other fucking thing. Damn, we had the chat over me the whole time. You cocksuckers didn't tell me.
I know, right? I gotta get back upstairs and
I always
actually
for,
spend time.
I always forget about the chat. I had the chat like right over my face the whole time. Pull it up, Bobby. All right, we'll go for one more. Let's look at this machine before we get off. The
Yeah, let's do that.
cordless Milwaukee threader piece of garbage.
Piece of actual shit. Um, I don't know. It looks really cool, but that weight sounds like I would never want to touch that thing.
It's fucking heavy, bro. I'm pretty good at moving Ralph around.
Yeah, I hate pulling my machine out. I drove 20 minutes to another person's job to have him make me 5 pieces because I just didn't want to bring my machine to the
I
job.
mean, 20 minutes, that's
And
pretty understandable. That's about how much time it's going to take to set it up and fucking
that's what I mean.
put it back in.
It actually took me 11. So I called him, gave him 5 measurements, drove 11 minutes, picked them up, drove back. That to me was like the pieces were already made somewhere. Like it's just a time saver in itself. But I don't know. Unless I'm piping heads for the entire day, I don't want to ever bring my machine out.
What am
I
I
hate
doing
it.
here?
I hate it.
Is it working?
It's working. I'm seeing the video right now.
You can bring it right where your pipe is, right where you're working, and have no downtime in between.
No downtime.
One simple motion, you flip the switch, folds in on itself.
I gotta fix the fucking sound.
The oil containment system is definitely sufficient. We don't have any spills. We don't have any overspray. The work area stays
Wow,
clean.
and
The
can you hear it?
self-oiling mechanism frees up
Yeah,
your
I can hear
hand,
it.
so you're only threading
And
with
they
one
can
hand,
fucking
turning
hear
the
it
dial,
too?
and that's even
Oh, no, they
self-feeding.
can't.
So it's pretty easy.
Oh, no, they
Rear
can.
chuck and the arms on the back of the machine save a lot of time from taking the carriage off the front of the machine.
I'm fucking
Now you
pretty
can just
impressed
See
with
throw it
myself
out,
being
take
able
it
to
in,
do
that part's
you're ready
really
to-
cool.
That fine adjustment knob helps getting the correct
This is,
amount of thread in the fitting to make the
I don't know.
perfect seal.
I'm
It's
pretty impressed with
efficient.
myself
The
being
cleanup
able
is
to
very
fucking.
quick. All you have to do is
I don't think
pull
you
it down
guys
on the
realize
side,
what the fuck I'm clicking over
lower
here.
it down to the ground, and it's ready to go.
I am impressed by how long
The
this
battery is the
lasts
size
and
of a
how
fucking
it
car
puts
battery.
in.
It doesn't make on. It
runs
doesn't make
longer
on
than our
elbows.
does.
It's
I
240.
wonder though.
The full day.
It looks
I wonder
fucking
if
cool.
it doesn't do the elbow. It does look cool. I don't know if that doesn't work because they don't have it plugged in,
from half inch
and it's just like off a half-dead battery. Because it doesn't make sense that it can't tighten. I bought a $300 machine, self-threading, old school, like no-name brand, and that'll tighten. It doesn't go in reverse. It's the only shitty thing about the machine I bought. I paid $300 for it. It will absolutely tighten a 90 off. Can't get the 90 off, but it'll tighten it.
On the job site.
It'll definitely change how we work in the future.
It does
from
not
here
make on an elbow. What
That
is
thing
that?
is so huge. That looks way bigger though than the one that. That's it, huh? That's crazy.
Can you guys see this? Oh, you guys can see this. You guys are fucked now. This guy gonna make on an elbow. So after you make a thread, you tighten the elbow on that bad Larry. Let's see if Buddy's gonna show us. Oh yeah, fucking fill that thing with oil.
You can see completed thread. In this video, we're going to discuss and go over how to set up the number 32 transporter.
Buddy's
moving
short on
your-
breath. So if you picture that thing spinning, you put the elbow on, you put the wrench on it, you can make the elbow on. That machine will spin an elbow till it cracks. It's called making the elbow on. All right, I'm coming on back. Check out this for a second. Boom. Mute this guy. Let's go back to Jay. Oh. Jay left? Jay's gone. See you later, Jay. All right, what do we got? 205. Brian got stuck. Yeah, so just tightening the fitting on. It won't do that, which is kind of a bummer. All right, well that was good. We missed Brian. Brian's gonna make it up to you guys. That was pretty cool that I was able to figure out how to not only transfer the sound but the video, and he could see it. You guys can see it. Maybe I'll be able to put my face in the corner, or like put the zoom in the corner, and then have that. I'll keep on working on it. Well, it's fucked. You can't tighten fittings on. Yeah, that's the big downfall of it. But also, like once you fold it down, it's quite large. I think it was 45 inches by like 29, 45 by 29, and I rounded up to 30 because that's what I like to do. But that's big in the back of your van. That's a large thing in the back of your van. I don't have that space for that. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our Twitch. I think that Facebook's been having trouble. I don't know if we're live on Facebook. I'm going to check it after this. I'll try to figure that out. That's it. if you guys got any sprinkler stuff when you're on the job and you want to put it on your Instagram and you want to tag us, we'll share it. Always appreciate that.